Hi everyone, just going to talk about taking your setup today. A few key points that you should look for when you address the golf ball or get ready to hit the golf ball. So when we take our setup with our arms and our hands and arms coming down so that the end of the club will point towards your belt buckle. Obviously you've taken your grip. We worked on how to take the grip. And also I feel like always trying to point the club a bit straight towards you, not to have any shaft lean when you set up, or too much shaft lean. Just a little bit of shaft lean is fine. Okay, so arms coming down from a reasonably straight back. We don't have to be very stiff and straight, okay? Just nice and relaxed through the shoulders and through the shoulder blades. And then from this position, taking the bow down to the ground from your hips. And just a slight flex in the knees. And the last part is not to be in the heels, but working a little bit more towards the balls of your feet with balance. So you feel it pretty much over your shoelaces here, okay? So that should give you a nice structure and balance to hit the golf ball. Okay, looking from this perspective, face on, you can see my feet. I like to see about a grip and a half width between the feet, okay? So you can see there too, my hands aren't pressed forward too much, and again my shoulders are not tilting open as well. So when we set up, bring those arms and tilting forward, you can see the shoulders are pretty square to what my feet are doing, and my knees and my hips as well. So one of the tendencies is people start to push their hands forward, and then that can start to open up the body, and then we have issues making a backswing from there. So just looking at that motion from the front, bringing the club down in front of me, taking the bow forward, getting my feet nicely apart. There should be some angle to the shoulders there, but not a lot. All right. The main reason for that slight angle is that my left hand is at the end or the extremity of the club there as it's resting on the ground. So my right hand doesn't go there, my right hand will go a little bit below that, obviously, right, with the grip. So therefore, we get a little bit of tilt from the shoulders and a little bit of tilt from the hips, but not a lot, all right? So we don't need to start to excessively get ourselves in these sorts of positions, or leaning this way too much, or even just having the shoulders too straight. So if the shoulders are too level, okay, then one of the tendencies is this left arm kind of gets a little bit loose. We don't know quite what to do with it, and you can see the hips have also changed as well. Okay, so when we've got the grip and we go down, we should have a nice tendency to have a slight tilt with the shoulders. The left arm will feel reasonably straight, not stiff and locked into position, and we don't want to scrunch up the left shoulder towards the left ear to try to make it straight. As you can see there, we're not trying to create a straight arm situation and a straight shaft. Again, that can change how we set up and how we swing from there. So nice and relaxed through the shoulders, okay, and we will tend to have that shoulder tilt. Alright, so you can see every time I bend forward, I take my chest to the ball, okay, not sitting down on the bar stool, which then again creates too much balance in the heels, and that can affect how you take the club away from the ball and also affect your rotations and your balance shift. Take the bow, my arm comes down and the club comes out. Okay, you can see my hands are pretty much underneath my shoulders, so if I let my hands and arms just hang nice and loose, that's where you want to be taking your setup from, okay? So again, don't lift up too much. See the hands are too far away. That changes your posture again, changes the shoulders. Always nice and relaxed. A good bow forward, okay? Just unlocking the knees so that they can work, the hips can work. Okay, having a look at it from this side. Nice bow. And we can get a nice body motion moving. The hips and the knees can work. The chest and the shoulders can work. And the hands and arms can work. If we sort of stiffen things up, again we start to get too wooden with our motion. All right, we don't tend to turn and rotate. So functionally wise, arms come down, end of the club looks like it's pointing at your belt buckle, and take your bow to the ground from there. Okay, so hopefully that's given you some good pointers on how to get a nice relaxed setup that looks dynamic, looks like it's going to hit the ball nicely, but not with too much tension.